Traders get to know details of the December Fed policy meeting from the minutes released tonight. There are some other crucial reports that will be published in the final 2 days of the trading week. Let's watch a video calendar on InstaForex TV channel to find out what data will influence market sentiment on January 7 and 8. On Thursday, traders will focus on inflation data from the Eurozone. It will be a flash estimate of the consumer price index for the euro area in December. Most analysts reckon that deflationary pressure will ease to -0.2% in annual terms last month. However, a more pessimistic forecast does not rule out that consumer prices could have dropped to -0.4%. Later in the trading day, market participants are alert to report on the US trade balance. Recently, trade data arouses keen interest among investors, thus taking shine of the US dollar as a safe haven asset. Traders expect the US budget deficit to swell to a greater extent. Eventually, Congress passed a relief package to provide Americans with financial aid during the coronavirus crisis. Under this condition of the growing trade deficit, the picture is getting especially gloomy. Analysts warn of a further decline in the US trade deficit that is certainly bearish for the US dollar. Perhaps a weekly update on unemployment claims in the United States will be able to offset the negative impact of the poor trade data. The number of both first-time and continuing unemployment claims are expected to decrease last week. On Thursday night, traders await the non-manufacturing index by the Institute for Supply Management for December. The consensus suggests a lower index in December. However, let me remind you the latest ISM index for the US manufacturing sector, when the actual score came in much stronger than expected. Moreover, it jumped to the highest mark since August 2018, so non-manufacturing sector might also spring a pleasant surprise to investors. However, only stock indicators are likely to respond to upbeat data. The report will be of no importance to the US dollar. It's going to extend weakness as traders are braced for poor data, which is due next day. What exactly should be traders aware of that could bring bitter disappointment? This will be report from the US Labor Department. Analysts warn about extremely low growth in the US private employment. According to the consensus, the US public and private sectors could have created only 69,000 new jobs in December. Such a pessimistic forecast of the US non-farm payrolls is already putting pressure on the US dollar. There is a well-known market rule: buy the rumor, sell the fact. Though our case is a bit different. The US dollar is likely to make a minor upward correction following the publication of the report on the labor market. Apart from the above said events, it would be a good idea for traders to pay attention to other important economic data. On Thursday, investors will find out trends in the Eurozone's consumer activity in November. Canada will report on its trade balance and business activity. On Friday, Germany is due to release data on its industrial production and trade balance. Canada will unveil data on the labor market. And you're watching Forex Trader Calendar on InstaForex TV channel. We wish you profitable deals with InstaForex.